1964 Galaxie here. Got this lower quarter panel sanded in here and knocked in there with some 320. Got some glazing on that rear fender line. Finish that off nice with. This panel back here, same way, it's been sanded in with the Duraglass, and I've got some glaze over it. See down here in this area right here. That's one application of the glaze across there. So we'll get that sanded in. The side over here, same way. Well, the camera picks up where we've sanded. All this quarter is all sanded with some glaze down here on this lip. And again, I don't know how well it's going to pick up. There was a problem on the lower portion of this car when it came in. It had been worked on down here and repainted. There's supposed to be a match on the paint, but it wasn't. It was more of a yellow. I don't know if the camera really picks it up. But this door, you can really see it. You can see the yellow back down that line. So I'm going to sand the bottom of this door. The door and the fender don't match. Apparently they painted the mismatched color on the door also, so the color difference is on the fender and the door right here. So I'll come up and I'll do my blend on the bottom of this front fender on this side. On the other side, I think I mentioned and showed in some of the earlier vids, the mismatch in the color was right here. They did not paint the bottom of this door when they did the work on it before. So the bottom of the rear quarter from the belt line molding down, the chrome molding I should say, it was a different color there up to the door. So I'm going to do the blend on the door on this side. So that's kind of where we're at on the Ford right now. Getting closer. I'll bring you back to make some more gain on this. Alright, but talk about this block sand a little bit on here. A couple kinds of blocks. Everybody knows what these are. The old rubber blocks like this. The wood handle blocks. I use stick-on paper on these, roll paper. This is 3M320 paper. Just what I happen to find at a good price. Not brand preference. Just want to add on this one. I blocked this out. I used this. This paint had not been sanded and buffed. It had the orange peel finish. You get rid of the spray gun on it. So I use that orange peel as my guide coat. As you block it down, just block it down so all the little shiny dots all disappear. And on the panels where you're going to do your blend, you want to be real careful. Like on the front part of this door, I did not want to sand through the white that was on here because I want to blend into the middle of this door. There's a little blemish right here, a chip of some type. I'm going to sand that out and I'm going to do my blend just past that chip. So I had to be real careful and not sand through up on the front part of this door. On the other side over here, I'm bringing it all the way up onto the front fender, like I said. That's where we had to do the blend. So on the front part of this fender right here, I should say, behind the front tire right here, I did not want to sand through. I'm going to blend right onto this area right here. Do my clear blend right here on this thin part. That's what you want to be careful. You can see right here in the door, went through, there was a little run right there, so you sand that run through, go through to the old primer. Doesn't matter, I'm putting white color over that. Just keep that in mind when you're sanding an area and you know you're going to blend. Alright, you're on the Ford, and I'll mask off. Strip the plastic, mask it right here, we have the chrome line off. We'll have to feather this edge in back here and do a blend right there, it's the end of the quarter. I'm going to paint the whole bottom of this quarter. This jam right here, the chrome line up. So I taped it off right here. Then we'll do a soft edge right here, and then tape off on this line where the quarter comes into the jam. Paint all this. We'll paint the rocker step down here. We're not going to paint the hinge jam. We are going to paint the rocker down here, and of course we're going to paint underneath all the way to the pinch well line. So I'll have to paper the back side of that down. I haven't started taping off, masking off this door yet, just on the bottom of the tape line. It'll be papered on the top part of the door. See how I did over here. Plastic up just from there. Wrap it over on the top of the door, put the window down to get it out of the way. Cover all that up. Same over here, you can see we're inside the jam. The plastic. On this one, I mentioned this before, I'm going to bring the color blend up onto the fender on this one. We'll just spray the clear all the way up. That way there's no overspray lines I have to try to melt in or anything, or worry about sanding out. Finishing this off. This jam's done up on the door. So same way on this side as on the other. Paint this back jam. Same way here. Soft edge right here. Just on this inch wide overlap here of the quarter. Soft edge, and then we'll paint everything else up into here. That seam down. The seam line is always a good place to cut in. Same way back here. We'll do the blend right here, straight off this chrome. We'll just blend right in right here on the clear. Blend our white off as we come back on this part of the quarter panel. And again, we'll paint all the way down, all the way up underneath the bottom edge here. Everything to the pinch line. I said back here on this tail panel, for me to feel secure by doing this right, I had to weld that trunk repair to this tail panel right here across, so we'll spray some primer on here, sand that in, and we'll be ready to put some color back on that strip. That's all we'll be painting across the back, it's just that strip. There you have it. Getting the raw mask off and taped off. We'll finish that up today. Get some primer on these spots and be ready to block that off. Bring it back as we make more progress.